And if you like, you can put your hands on your heart just for a moment and feel your heartbeat. And focus there, anchored there. This is the doorway through which you bring heaven to earth within your being, in your own unique way. This is the doorway through which we speak with you, through which we meet. And whenever you feel ready, you can put your hands down in your lap or next to you, whatever feels natural and comfortable for you. You can either keep your eyes closed and stay in a meditative state, or open them and step on this dance floor of question and answer. For dear ones, we are here. I am of the Yahyel, as was just explained. I am a future parallel self version of the channel that is sitting before you. We are excited to play with all of you. We are joyfully excited to see your planet's frequency rising. And this is why we can speak to you in this manner as we are doing now. Your veil has become so much thinner. It is so much easier for us to connect with any one of you. Those who have that wish in their heart to play and explore and expand together. We are honored by your invitation, by all of your beingness. Feel free, if you like, to ask any question that is on your mind. We are here for you.
Arjun?
Yes.
Me?
Hi again.
Hi again. So you were just talking about raising the frequency. What happens if the frequency does get raised? Can we be held in this vibration at a higher frequency?
You will raise your frequency along with it, you see. You will manifest yourself to be on a planet that matches your own. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Those who choose to not go along with that will manifest themselves into another parallel version of this earth that matches that choice or that frequency for them, as you are always creating a direct one-on-one reflection of your inner state in your outer perception and the way you handle it or choose to manifest it or shape it in your lives. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
You are so welcome.
Thank you.
You are all being invited to play with many different levels of frequency, as you have chosen to live a pretty broad spectrum, might we say, in this incarnation of your cycles on this planet at this moment of your time. When you encounter people that are of a different frequency, one that you rather not prefer, you are being invited, in a sense, by your own higher self, for you have manifested them into your awareness to show you that you have choice, to show you that you have a voice, to teach you to expand, to choose to expand if you want to. You see, you are your own best teacher, really. This is why you bring into your awareness exactly that which will serve you most in any given moment. We just wanted to add that to this little topic right now. Thank you for bringing it up.
I have a follow-up now, if that's okay.
Very much okay. Go right ahead.
So if I would assume like people in this room have a typically higher frequency than maybe the masses, but I wonder if like each individually, like does my frequency increase when I'm with other people with a higher frequency, or are we just separate frequencies, or is there some sort of like maybe exponential?
You are always in a each other's heart bubbles from where you emanate your own frequency, you could say. We look at that as, in a sense, we don't like the word control. We would first have chosen control room, but we would say allowing room. The room for allowing. Your heart is that room. It is always, with every single pulse of the universe, emanating your personal frequency signature out to the entire cosmos, to all that is, as you are an unmissable element of that in your own way, with your own beingness, in your own unique manner. So if you surround yourself with people that are on more or less the same wavelength with you from their own heart bubbles, then you do indeed lift each other up. This is why when somebody bursts out into laughter, sometimes even people with a rather low frequency just can't help themselves from laughing along. You are all programmed to be lifted up by higher energies. You all feel drawn to those that are happy and playful. By nature. This is why world peace, in a sense, is within all of you. You are born with that. And you are right now, as the entire planet is raising her frequency with all of you on it, and you are free to choose to go with that or not in this time of your ascension. This is why you can choose to plug into that. And the way we look at it is you returning home, really. You following your heart is you walking each other home. Does that help you?
Yes, thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so loved.
Arjun?
Yes.
Do you know why I've become mildly nauseated in this session?
Your body is shifting to keep up with the higher frequency that is in the room right now.
Yes.
You can focus on your feet if you like, or imagine the color red being around you. It will calm down. We would say thank you for being in tune with your body so much, so beautifully.
Thank you.
For your reacting to the energies and thus recognizing them. You were just being sucked in a little faster than you consciously would have expected, and your body is letting you know that. Though your higher self knows what you're doing. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
You are so welcome, you are so loved.
Arjun?
Yes.
I want to know all the visitors I have, and I don't understand what's going on ever since I was a kid. Can you explain to me? Do you have any message for me? What I should handle? How can I handle it?
Can you describe for us one such experience so we can tune in with your personal frequency around that more and deeper for you, if you want to?
I don't know, it's like sleep paralysis that I have experienced ever since I was young. And during the time, I will see different things or hear different things. Sometimes they will communicate with me. But I don't know how to handle the energy, and sometimes I get scared. And it has been happening more in the past couple of months. But I don't know what they want, and I can't communicate with them. I get really scared.
There's nothing that they want from you. They're guiding you, assisting you in your own processes. You know them in a sense that you are connected very much. They are representing your own interstellar family members, you could say. The sleep paralysis is our way, you could say generally, to prevent you from experiencing what you could describe as a stronger version of the questioner before you. Do you understand? As when we come close to you, where you are right now in your evolution, your physical body responds to our energies. So we communicate with you on a higher level. We communicate with your light body that is translucent, that is interwoven with your physical body. So the frequency will go up so much in your light body, it has an effect, an echo on your physical body. Now a mild case of that might cause nausea, for instance. You are being held in a safe place when you feel your sleep paralysis happening. Now we understand that your rational mind, when you suddenly conclude that you can't move, will or might freak out a little bit because of that. And we are joyfully honored to help you understand, if you want to resonate with this explanation, that you are being held in a safe place where no such big distortion can affect your physical body. You see, we are holding you. Do you understand? And in a sense, you are holding you. Because we could not do that without permission of your own higher self. And all of this is going through your own higher self. We could not work with you or interact with you at all. You could not perceive us even if you did not already sign up for that on a higher level, you see. There is no trespassing. There is no such thing ever. Do you understand this, or do you have more questions about this?
Yeah, but so how should I handle it when it happens again? Like, how should I adjust myself?
When you feel the sleep paralysis, the next time you can respond to it knowing that you are being held safe. You have chosen to be in a little bit of a frame for a moment, so you wouldn't shoot out of your spin, in a sense. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. But what if I see things and...
They're saying hi, coming closer one step at a time. Understand that they are friends. There is no such thing as them wanting something from you. You don't need to do anything for them. Don't have to feel obligated or stressed out. There's no assignment being given to you. So you can let go of all of that. They are more coming closer because there's a part of you that made an open agreement to play with them more, and they're having you get used to the energies. You can practice that if you want to in a more waking state, so it doesn't come so seemingly unexpected. See, you do have an agenda with them. You could, in your meditations, for instance, if you do like to meditate, ask for them to come closer then, so you are in a waking state, and then play with it. You can ask them questions so they can streamline the energy that is now only being perceived as something coming closer, more as messengers or guides, because they are speaking with you. But once you aim your questions more directly at them, they can also answer you in a more direct manner. Often this will be through synchronicities, but you might be surprised how accurate and precise the answers might be for you. Do you feel like playing with this? It will soften, in that sense, your experiences that you have at night or early in the morning. Do you understand?
Yeah, thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so loved. And they say blue, the color blue, helps you soothe. You're so welcome.
Arjun?
Yes.
I've written out my question. After a lifetime of diligent work and projects simply evaporating, is there a different energy around my spirit-given current project collaborative artworks?
there are a few words in the sentence that are not translating on our side due to limited word comprehension on the side of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Could you break it down into a more
Sure.
basic language?
Okay. I've given my heart and soul to many projects in my lifetime, mostly around the subject of art.
Yes.
That's where my heart is. And yet, they, and even projects that aren't art, seem to just evaporate.
Evaporate. Define.
Vanish.
They seem to disappear from your life.
Yes, with no apparent results or reward. So I walk away saying, oh, not another project that didn't work out. So yes, that's the question, is this one that I'm working so diligently on, is this going to be different?
Do you feel you can really pour all that you are into these projects? Do you understand this question?
Yes, and I would say yes.
Is there any part in your life where you feel there might be an open door, curiosity that you're not feeding or moving in the direction of?
I need you to repeat now.
Is there another area in your life where there is a curiosity, something that you're not following the crumb trail of, the breadcrumb trail?
It's possible. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Quantum physics.
Why does that excite you?
Because I see such a marriage between that subject and, for some reason, the art thing. I don't know. I feel like if I wasn't an artist, I'd be a quantum physicist.
Do you already play with merging the two?
I guess in my own way, but I don't know.
There is somebody here that has been inviting you to do such a thing in a playful manner.
Mm-hmm.
To take that quantum interest, in a sense, the passion for it, and the way you perceive it,
Mm-hmm.
being the building blocks of life as you manifest it along the way. Plug into that, use that as a theme if this resonates with you, and there will be assistance for you to bring that into images. There have been dreams, correct?
Yes.
With explanation about this, correct? Basic explanation in the quantum physics.
Yes.
Do you perceive colors in the dreams?
Oh, yes.
Can you manifest an impression, your impression of that, onto the canvas or onto whatever material you have chosen to express yourself in creatively?
I would give a tentative yes there, because my art wishes to go holographic and beyond.
Yes.
So the tools that I have at my disposal don't really touch what I see.
So does that mean you're working with a computer?
Yes.
Can you play with that idea of taking the quantum physics knowledge and the artwork that you have been making so far on the computer and combining the two?
I'll work at that. If there's assistance, sure, you bet.
There is assistance, yes. That is willing to play with you on this one. You are so ready, in a sense, for this next step that you have been, in a sense, blocking yourself from continuing down the same old road.
Yes.
So these projects vanishing was not so much them walking away from you as well as it was you retreating from that and seeing the reflection of that.
Wow, I get it. Is there someone I would address then for this assistance?
She has met you before in a meditation? Does an image come to mind?
Let me ask you if it's the 3-in-1 that I've been seeing as a future set of selves.
She uses triangle as a symbol, yes. Can you play with that?
Yes, I will.
Because we do not want to fill in those details. This is your little game. And there are too much surprises to unwrap for yourself.
Oh, beautiful, thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so loved.
Arjun,
Yes.
could you tell me what it is I'm not seeing about myself or my life that blocks my abundance and my ability to move forward?
What is it that you love to do the most in life?
To help people heal.
In what way do you manifest that for yourself right now?
I don't.
Do you have an image of how you would like to do this?
No. I have a few different images, but I'm not sure which direction to head towards.
Can you tell us the most exciting image of the few that you hold in your heart?
One of them is to teach people to heal through writing.
Through writing, through reflection.
Yes.
Do you write in that way?
Yes.
You feel it has benefited you.
Yes.
You feel you know this medium of healing, this tool of assisting yourself.
Yes.
So you know without a shadow of a doubt in your heart that you can inspire others to do so too.
Yes.
And you can give them examples of paths, crossings where you moved through thanks to writing.
Yes.
Then you know this. What are you afraid of when you start sharing this with the world?
Not having the knowledge.
The knowledge. Which knowledge are you speaking about?
And how to portray it to them, to give it to them, the way to tell them.
Do you tell friends about this passion of yours?
Yes.
Is that very difficult?
It's getting easier.
So you're practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you invite them, or maybe they have already felt inspired to do this for themselves? Can you ask them to be your test students?
Yes.
How does that resonate with you?
Very well.
We would say take baby steps. Begin there, because from what we feel, you've been looking at it very much from the left side of the brain, thinking it needs to be a career and come with big results rather fast, now haven't you?
Truth.
You need a website, a bookkeeper, everything needs to be there, a logo, a name for the company, all of that, correct?
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes.
Wipe it off the table and start playing with your friends. Feel the flow of the reflections that you will get back. Let them, if you are open to that, give you suggestions where you might be clearer in your communication with them. Let them write maybe something and read it and give it back to them and feel into it for yourself and discover what gifts are being awakened within you when you start playing with people like that, for you want to play. And you do not have to wait until you can do this. And you can let go of a lot of things that do no longer serve you when you start going about this dream with so much more lightness and childlikeness, you see.
Yeah.
Because we see this radiant ruby of a dream shining from your heart, and it is clear and polished and ready to go. And it doesn't matter whether you are sharing with 1 or with 100. Every 1,000-mile journey starts with 1 step. And please, dear one, forgive yourself for having waited. It is okay. That was also a lesson, to polish your ruby, to make it brighter, to bring you where you are right now. If you want, you can take 3 deep breaths to your heart. We are breathing with you.
Thank you.
Can you play with this?
Yes.
We thank you so much and wish you happy writing.
Thank you.
Arjun?
Yes.
I was wondering, I've always been kind of curious, like, if it's some sort of a pre-birth agreement, or maybe sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't, but why some people, like, why are we open to this kind of topic or this kind of communication? Like, why us and not the other? Why aren't so many people not open to it?
You have wished it to yourselves. You have an inner knowing of your own highest truth. You are love. You are drawing in more love. Understand that it is also given and sent to all of them as you create them in your reality. Yet it is an open invitation. They do not have to respond. Some people are still exploring another path. And others find love in different languages. You know, we are not the only way. There are as many ways as there are people on your planet. Does that answer your question?
Mostly, but is it a pre-birth decision that we make to be able to tap in or acknowledge that knowing that you talked about?
You are all born with this ability to tap in. This is your knowledge that we are reflecting back to you, and you are remembering it. You have all got this capability, every single one of you. In that sense, it is free birth, as you have signed up to come into this life with that capability. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, thank you.
You are so welcome. The pathway of the channel before you was a pre-birth agreement that we would love to share through her as directly as possible, the energy of what we know to be us. Now, not everybody has such an agreement, yet we are always open for invitations from your side. Sometimes people later in life feel this sudden yearning to go into a form of channeling. Now understand that you are all channeling all the time anyway, your own higher selves. Your own higher selves is what you're channeling, first of all, 24/7. And in all dimensions and time zones outside of that. And we are already playing with you on many of these other levels. Now, not everybody needs to consciously become aware of these parts of themselves. There is no need to, there is no has to, there is no should. There is only the natural unfolding of life. As long as you follow your heart, your own highest excitement, you cannot possibly get lost. And if you do seem to be lost, then that is because you know on some level that this seemingly losing of the way can benefit you later down the line. There is nothing without purpose. You see, and you are always free to change your direction in whatever way you would like to. Even if circumstances seem very challenging, you are still free to, within yourself, change your response to them. Within your mind, change your response to them, to whatever seems to be out there. And by beginning to change here, you will eventually see the reflection of that out there. you see.
Arjun,
Yes.
I've been on a path of forgiveness with some family members.
Thank you so much.
And I'm wondering if I'll ever be able to reconnect with them. I don't know how to ask my question, but do you think I ever will?
Do you feel you have to?
I don't know. I guess I do.
Can you explain to us why?
I guess I feel like it feels unwise to do so, but
Unwise?
unwise to do so. But on the other hand, I feel like it would be a nice thing to do too. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Why would it be nice?
Because I guess I feel a little guilt, maybe.
Can you explain that a little more? Why is there guilt for not seeing them?
Yeah, for what happened. For some of the problems that led to us not being in contact.
Do you feel that you have fallen out of integrity towards them at any given moment in what you right now perceive to be your past with them?
At the time, yes, I did fall out of integrity. Since then, I've found my integrity and value it very much.
Have you found a way to communicate that to them, to those concerned?
No, I haven't yet.
Can you find a way, a first step to communicate that information to them without expectation of the outcome? Do you understand?
I do understand. Yeah, I think that would be some work that I could work on that.
We would say write a draft. Possibly there is a teacher here for you. Write a draft of that which you feel you need to communicate, wish to communicate to them, or to those that you feel you have fallen out of integrity the most towards. Rewrite it sometime after that and rewrite it again. You will see different faces of yourself. You will discover why you think you need to be in touch again. You will encounter parts of your wish that have been covering up, parts of your sadness that you haven't yet completely healed. You will reveal all of this to yourself in writing that message 3 times. Then pick if you want to send that final version. Tune in with yourself if you still feel the need to reconnect, for then you will have a clearer vision on the why of the wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you resonate with this idea of playing down this way?
I think so.
It is a option. Another option, if writing is not your preferred language, is to go into dialogue with a friend and role play the actual meeting of your family member again. Let them be that person and see what you feel comes up. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then look at that and role play again. For both techniques, we would say 3 times. And you will have entirely different glasses. For what we feel from your energy right now is that indeed, and you have pinpointed that very well, there is still some guilt. There is still some hurting that wants to be released within you. And when that has been released, you can move to them with a much cleaner plate, you see. Lower your expectations to the absolute max and see what bounces back to you when you go into this interaction. It will be more balanced. Do you understand?
I I think I do understand.
No more questions about this? Or would you like to go deeper into this?
I guess I feel guilt because I feel like I have a sense of responsibility to other people.
Exactly.
And that's what drives me to want to reconnect.
Exactly. And when you start to write or do the role play, and we would even say record it, use your phone for instance to record that conversation and listen back to yourself as if you would when you reread your own letter to them. See where the pain is. See where the guilt comes from. You can only take responsibility for yourself. And when you can take responsibility for these feelings within you that are right now still being defined as guilt, you will come from such a different angle. It will be easier for them to receive your words as well. You are cleaning up the way both directions, you see. This is why we are giving you this suggestion if you wish to play with it. From your own higher mind. How does that feel?
It feels wonderful, thank you.
Then we wish you happy playing with that.
It's about time.
Perfection. We thank you all for being here and dancing with us on this dance floor of question and answer. And we are looking forward to play with you again after your break. Enjoy the refreshments. Namaste.
Namaste.
Button again.
Keep your eyes closed and stay in a meditative state or open them, for we are back and we welcome you all, those who were here before and those who have just arrived, to dance with us on this dance floor of question and answer. How can we be of service to you?
Arjun, I have a question.
Yes.
There's been a phenomenon that's been going on this planet for, I guess, 30 years, 40 years, that's still unexplained. And that involves the crop circles. Are you familiar with those?
Yes.
Could you tell me something about them?
The way we perceive them, they are, in many cases, a cooperation between what you would perceive to be your future selves and an arrange of interstellar alliances between your future selves and them. Do you understand this?
No.
There are an infinite amount of possible futures for your planet Earth. There is an amount of these possible futures of your planet Earth in which you as a human race develop yourselves into a location from where you have decided to play with you, where you are right here, right now, in this part of your time frame, to play with yourselves and send yourselves some messages down the line, back in a sense, looking from a linear perspective. These messages are sometimes being delivered just by your future selves to your current selves, linearly looking at it, and sometimes brought in cooperation with some of us. Does that explain it?
No. How are they created?
By using energy fields. The design is already known before it is being sent back, in a sense, and then imprinted on that location rather rapidly by an energetic technique. We are using light. We are entering the core of the grains, the stem of the plant, and quantum warp it into a bend. There's no breaking of the crops. They continue to grow after they have made their new angle, you could say. And it is through that technique that we leave these messages, that they leave these messages to yourselves. Does that explain it?
What is the significance of each one, though? Each one is different.
Each one has its own meaning.
But if we're not to understand the meaning, what is the relevance of creating that other than creating controversy?
You do understand them. As you are remembering all your multidimensional parts of yourselves, understand that there are parts within every single one of you that understand these messages. You do understand them. Even though right now with your conscious mind, you may only be thinking, oh, well, that is a pretty picture, but I do not know what to do with it. And it ends right there for you. There is another part of you that understands it. Now, you do not have to do anything with that. They are codes. They've been selected to communicate through dimensions. So to other parts of you that you may not yet be consciously aware of, you see. These messages are not being sent to the blind or the deaf in that sense. And that is very well understood from the locations where they are being sent from. You work with them unconsciously to your waking state conscious mind as you know it right now. You do take these messages in when you lay your eyes upon them. It works on a very genetic level. It helps open up, speed up, and awaken you. Yet again, you do not have to do anything with this. It is for those who resonate with these messages that they can get the most out of it by, for instance, meditating on them or playing with them. They are very much meant as an invitation to play more, you see. So you can harvest your own wisdom.
I have a follow-up question with that.
Yes.
There's a scientist I know who was in a crop circle when it was formed and collected some powder from the event.
Yes.
And he's a nanophysicist. And he termed the powder utility fog. And what is this residue? I've also seen this residue at abduction sites. Similar type stuff, or I should say temporary detainment sites in the past, and there seems to be some high technology involved in this residue. Is that accessible to define or describe in more detail?
There is a friction taking place during these transmissions.
Oh, I see.
This is something that leaves the residue, the incredibly high speed
Like
energies.
Like almost like after burning a log or wood, then there's some ash.
In a sense, yes, that would be the closest analogy.
And
It loses it contains a part of that frequency still when this is being gathered. It loses that frequency after some time and dissolves eventually.
the utility fog, the dust.
Yes. It's a temporal phenomenon in that sense.
It has a half-life, like radiation.
Are you familiar with the idea of Ormus?
Yes.
If you would lay that in the sun to dry,
Yes.
at some point it would evaporize.
I see.
It is very similar to that, as Ormus has this same, it has the closest
Molecular
built up, yes,
structure.
yes, to this dust that you are describing now. It is an in-between dimensional material
Right.
that can travel from one to the next.
And since you mentioned Ormus, I've been taking Ormus internally
Yes,
as well as externally.
yes.
Is this recommended?
If you resonate with it,
Okay.
it is recommended for you, by you.
And I've also been playing with frequencies in conjunction with the Ormus.
Yes,
Does it react to electromagnetic stimulation?
extremely well.
Okay.
It is hyperconductive.
Very
You can play with water in this sense, and this is known on your planet by now, as there have been researches done towards the effects of intention on water.
Sure.
Ormus is 100-fold sensitive to this, in a sense, if you were to throw a number at it.
I see. So in the same way that I charge water with my electromagnetic frequencies, I can charge Ormus,
Yes,
and it will contain that frequency 100 times stronger.
yes, and it is because we work with intention mainly that this dust is found at such sites, you see.
I see.
It is almost the manifest, you could say, trace of very strong intentional work.
Right. Well, some people create Ormus through spinning water.
Yes,
Is that Ormus just the same as the Ormus naturally found at certain sites?
we would say the salts are key.
Yes, salts. Yeah. Okay.
So spinning your
Salt.
sweet water
Yes.
has a different effect,
Okay.
another frequency, another color, flavor to it.
So the lime and salt are used in the creation of Ormus for
Yes,
on a larger scale. Many Ormus sellers, makers use those two.
and again, intention to get a good quality, you could say. And again, of course, also it is depending on the receiver, how much they resonate with this idea, because again, there is no one solution or answer for every single one of you. You will feel drawn to that which can propel you the furthest. Does that answer all the questions?
Many more, but I'll let other people share. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Arjun, this is about possible probabilities happening on a wider scale on Earth, and I've heard other channels say that it is possible for the power to go out, and maybe there could be a shift globally, and things won't be exactly as they are now for, it could be a couple weeks, a month or two, and that you should have some food and stores backed up just in case. And then I've heard others say, well, you don't need to do that because you'll create that reality if you do prepare for it. And does the question I'm asking, do you understand?
We understand.
Yes, what would you say?
What are you leaning towards?
Well, at first I was a big years ago I had food stores, and I thought, oh my gosh, I got to be ready. I just felt something's going to happen, and then I kind of stopped doing that. And
Ate it all, drank it all.
yeah, I gave it away. You know,
And
I
here
was
you are.
tired of moving it around like 50
Empty
pounds of
cabinets,
food. You know?
cobwebs in the kitchen.
And and now I'm like, well, it's coming soon. So now I'm like, well, do I need to get ready, or am I just gonna just wing it? And I've been okay so far. I'm on the fence. I'm looking to, I don't want to create it.
We really loved that little sentence in between. I've been okay so far.
Yes.
Did you hear yourself?
Yes.
If that is the wave that you want to stay on, you can choose to do so.
So far, so good.
Stay with your focus. Keep it, in that sense, clear. Don't muddy it up with the information coming from the outside. Some people may benefit from the idea of having a full cabinet in the kitchen at all times, and some may be going with, I've been okay so far, and they will be okay after that, as they create that for themselves, you see.
Do you see a change in the flow happening as far as power and food, or a hiccup in general?
Many changes are coming, yes. Hiccups may happen, yes. Nothing to worry about in that sense. We would say listen to your heart in this. This is why we picked out that little sentence, you see, for all of you. You do create your own reality, every single one of you. You do determine, in a sense, how big or small, or if at all, a hiccup will be there for you. You create the mass consensus that goes with that, you see, that goes with your belief system. Some people, as you may know, have been in a what you call global disaster, such as, for instance, an earthquake. And some people were right in the middle of it and hardly experienced any damage or impact or trauma for themselves at all, while others lost their homes, family, and so much more, and had to begin over from scratch. Now, if you look at this from your heart, you understand that all of you walk the path of biggest gifts, we would say. You pull into yourself, you allow into your life what will benefit you the most. And for some people, that does mean, no matter how bizarre for you that may seem from a rational level, for some people that does mean they want to restart their life all over again at age 20 or 30 or even as a child. To prove to themselves, more often than not, their own flexibility, their own ability to bounce back from something that seems to be the deepest, the darkest. Because they know at a soul level they can handle this. They know that when they overcome that, they will shine with a brightness that is unmistakable for those around them. They will be inspirators. They can be teachers, and many of them have signed up to be teachers, to assist others through this time of transformation. And you only go that low because you know you will bounce back that high. There is a soul part of you that is constantly aware of what you're doing, that has your back. Now, coming from that place, you are free to make up your mind whether you feel you need a big supply of food in your house or not. You are free to play with that. Play with that. Don't worry. You see, your heart wants to play. You create from your heart. Now, what do you wish to create, dear one? And celebrate every single moment. If there are those amongst you that have challenges amongst you about the topic of lack, celebrate every single moment that you eat something, that you drink something. Bless that food, bless that water, for it is a reflection of your abundance. You have created every single crumb. Celebrate that, and the universe will give you more. For you create from the heart. There is no end to it. There is an infinite of abundance. Your questions are always being heard. There is always an answer being given. Up to you whether you want to hear it or give it another twist or color. The beautiful co-creators that you all are. You are free to play with all of that. Play. How does that resonate with you?
No, I like that. I enjoyed that.
Can you play with that for yourself?
I can play with that, yeah.
You are so welcome and happy standing on the fence. Maybe you can make a little bit of an acrobatic dance on that one.
I hope both feet don't slip at the same time. That would hurt. That's a joke. What are the energies of Sedona in this transformation that you've been talking about? What is Sedona? What is about Sedona?
The entire area is what we perceive as a big vortex with several focus points within it, you see. Where is that within the transition of your earth, you're asking?
Yes, and maybe in some of the people who've gathered here, it seems like everybody's coming here for some sort of change.
Those who follow their hearts and end up for the moment in Sedona are resonating with that specific vortex and ready to open that vortex within themselves. For Sedona is within you. Do you understand this? The entire earth, grid, Gaia, crystal is within you. While you travel your planet, you activate vortices within your own system. You are traveling on a bigger body version of yourself, in a sense. Now, Sedona has a lot to do with, amongst others, your third eye, that chakra point, the opening of the pineal gland, letting in more interstellar energies, not just Sedona, more areas on your earth have that effect. But understand, as you are all unique, you are all different, you will feel pulled in by that area on your planet that will benefit you the most when it resonates with you to go there. Your heart will tell you. For some people, going to such places will mean they experience more resistance than they have ever experienced. And they thought, oh, how is this possible? Because I was following my heart and I came here from joy. Why is all of a sudden everything seeming to get worse for me? And we are telling you, you are shaking up that part of yourself within yourself. And you knew that you best go there to have it come up and out fast with a little earthquake within your own system, you see. And that is your way of healing, your way of purging. We are not sure if this is the correct word in the translation. Letting out those things that no longer serve you, for that is what resistance is telling you. This idea no longer serves you. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
And for others it means a step on the roller coaster and really going with the flow. Depending on where you are on your own route of ascension. For you all move in your own tempo, and that is absolutely perfect.
May I ask a personal question?
Yes.
As an empath, what can I do to free myself from other people's emotions?
Stop believing that you are being kept prisoned by them. Do you understand? Thank you for letting that come in so quick. Thank you for freeing yourself with that question, in a sense. See, the way we look at holding on to negative energies of other people, if you would look at your body as a, in a sense, computer of vibrations. You are built to flow and stream through your system, in a sense, that what comes from source, that what is your higher self, the pure light, the engine of your being, that from which you are focused in this here and now life in your physical plane. You are built to have that be an open portal. So if sadness comes, you are sad, but there's no resistance. And when anger comes, you are anger, but there's no resistance. And so it can leave you. It flushes through you, quick and easy. And when there is no break on that, you do not create blocks. Now, if you are an empath, as you call it, and you tune into others' emotions very easily. And you note, you simply observe that there is something out of whack, in a sense, going on over there, and you feel affected by it. What you are actually doing in that moment is taking upon you that which you have labeled as negative. And because you do not agree with it, you hold on to it. When you resist that energy from that other person, you create the effects of resistance within yourself. You didn't take it from them. You put it in your own system by judging what you see over there, you see. But that is you. So when you judge that, you judge yourself. And that is what you're feeling. That is the resistance that you're taking upon yourself. You see, when you see another person struggle and you can come from the heart and you can see, oh, look, I have put that there. I have put this image there for myself to look at, to see that I have a voice, I have a choice, I can play with this. I am choosing trust, I am choosing love. I can see that they are struggling now, but I have struggled in the past and I have overcome it, and see where I am now. I know I have this voice and I am choosing to believe the same for them. They will overcome what they are doing, and maybe they won't, and then that will be okay as well. I can be okay with every single possible outcome of this scenario because it is all perfect. And I can love them nonetheless. I can love myself nonetheless. Whether I can help them or not, whether they want to be helped or not, whether they are interested in what I am interested in or not at all. I trust. And you will no longer feel the effects of other people's energy on your system. For there is no difference.
Wow, thank you.
Does that help you?
Immensely.
You are so welcome. We love you so much.
It's time.
We thank you all so much for your unique beingness. We wish you a magical rest of your night. And for those who want to play some more happy dreams. Namaste.
Namaste.